Hey there, just a very quick disclaimer before you hop on. This is not yet another most entertaining video that you may ever seen. So get ready some brain work. It's not working here. In this episode, I will talk about my experience and understanding of finding purpose of our lives. Hopefully, we will be able to answer the question of how to find purpose of our lives. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the topic. This is a two-step procedure. Step number 1 is to realize that it is lost. While it might sound very trivial, but the process really starts with realizing that your life might have a purpose other than doing something that makes you unhappy every day, every single day. Yes, it is trivial, but in fact, many people do something for a living that makes them absolutely miserable without ever questioning it, without ever questioning their own reality. We need to agree here on the possibility that our lives may really have some purpose. Now, the question if our lives do really have any purpose, it's another question. We can discuss it in another videos. I strongly believe that it does. That's why I make this episode today. Well, some of us, many people, question their reality, but that's it. They never ever go into the question thoroughly. Whenever you ask yourself whether there might be something else for you stored out there, mind-made burden pops up into the play straight away. Fear and anxiety associated with stepping out of your current cycle, and this is ridiculously paradoxical. Fear of stepping out of unhappiness just because it feels familiar does not sound like a very reasonable approach. So, in order to find our life purpose, first we need to let the possibility of our lives having any purpose, having purpose. You will be never able to find your lost phone if in the first hand you don't realize that it's actually lost. This is as simple as that. With that being said, we are moving to step number 2, to find, search. Realization of lost item usually follows the search. Have you ever found something lost without even searching for it? What do you usually do for finding a lost item? Ask yourself. You search here and there, and after many trials and fails, you finally find it. So go search for your life purpose now in a similar manner. You may already be thinking, okay, thank you for your smart advice. I will search for it. You better tell me where to search purpose of our lives. Where and how exactly you search for your purpose. That's the most important part here, so get ready for it. To search for your life purpose and then pursue it without losing it is a lifetime goal and requires a complex skill set. In fact, this channel is all about that. This channel is about my journey of finding and pursuing my life purpose. All my thought processes are documented here. In the previous episode, we defined the purpose of life and discussed an easy framework for defining yours. This actually might be a good help for you to start and navigate. Because when you define who you are, what you do, and why you do, you are halfway there. There is no way not to know whether this definition resonates to you or not. If there is not that uplifting energy inside you, you are probably not pursuing what you are supposed to. Now your task is to define what and why you do in a way that resonates with you and uplifts you. It is important not to think here about how you're going to realize your mission. It is not time for that yet. When you know exactly what, the how is easier to find than you can possibly imagine now. We need to be sincere with ourselves without considering external circumstances here. In other words, if all the resources of the world were available to you, what would you do for life, for living, and why would you do it? To recap all that has been said until now, first, try to define the purpose of your life using the framework provided in the previous video. If it resonates and uplifts you, perfect, congratulations. If not, just forget the circumstances and surroundings and ask yourself, if all the resources of the world were available to you, what would you do for a living? Take your time here, be sincere to yourself. Nobody sees this process of your thoughts, it's just you and the paper. The answer may not be explicit on the first try. It was not for me either, and if it was that easy, everybody would do it too. But believe, those who truly seek will find an answer, and it will come to you surprisingly when it comes. It's not only my realization about life. Apparently, it's also inclined in the Bible. Bible also says that in order to find, you need to seek. Seek to find approach. Try and fail in this until you succeed. It is actually a question of life or that because many people are unhappy with their lives exactly because they can't identify themselves with what they do. And here you're searching for what to do. The most of the people do something that was not meant for them. You truly are not designed for struggle. You are designed to seek and find. Let your inner energy field do its job. For some practical aspects of actually following your passion, we will talk later. I don't want this video to be endless, but the concept outlined here is very important itself. Let's give all of our attention of finding possible purpose of our lives. Try to find it. Search fail, search fail, search fail, find it. If you managed to come until here, that's great. Most of the ideas on this channel comes from the book that I write or may already written, all depending when you see this video. If you have some budget, you can consider buying the book because it gives you more structured understanding, which is impossible here on YouTube. Anyways, in any case, I will leave down in the description link to the waiting list, so as it comes out you will be immediately informed, or the book itself. Now, if you're not a good reader but you have more other types of memory like visual memory molded a lot, I organize different self-actualization events. I also have some programs for kids and moms, technical skills that kids can develop in order to have more mentality that attracts happiness and wealth. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I often find very inspirational channels for me, but I forget to subscribe it. So if you like this content, make sure you subscribe and press the notification bell and like it. See you in my next life cracking realization.